Hello, today we're going to be demonstrating 4 different flexibility exercises that can help improve mobility and reduce the distortion patterns in people who are commonly seated at desks for a long period of time.
All right, so first we are going to be stretching the upper trapezius. What we want the client to do is laterally flex their head, and this will be stretching out the upper trapezius. If they are finding that this isn't enough of a pull, they can use their opposite arm and pull towards their shoulder slightly, not to overextend, and if that's not enough, then we can also have them place their hand posteriorly, and that'll create more of a stretch that way. And you want the client to hold that for 30 seconds on either side.
All right. Next, we're going to be stretching the pectoralis major and minor. In order to do this, we'll ask the client to stand in a doorway or near an upright piece of equipment and rest their hand on the side of the equipment, standing with their feet apart so as to maintain balance and maintain a neutral spine. You'll then ask your client to lean forward into their arm, causing a stretch in the pectoralis majors. It's also important to make sure that the client has their scapulas retracted in order to prevent rolling of the shoulders during the stretch. You'll have the client hold this stretch for 30 seconds on each side.
So now we're going to do a self-myofascial release technique for a tight latissimus dorsi. So have the client lie on their side and pull that same arm straight out. You want them to rest right in their armpit region and to slowly roll forward and backward until they find the most tender spot. And then once they do, have them hold it on that side for 30 seconds, or at least 30 seconds. You also want to make sure that they are not rolling over their scapula.
Our last stretch is for it mainly helps to stretch the front line of the body, which is often tight in people who are seated at desks. It's a yoga pose, the upward dog. You'll ask your client to lay prone onto the floor or onto a mat and have them place their hands underneath their shoulders and slowly raise their body upward from the ground and look up toward the ceiling. Tilting their head back helps to stretch their sternocleidomastoid, and helps also stretch the abdominal muscles, the rectus abdominis, as well as the hip flexor muscles. You'll have your client hold this for about 30 seconds as well, and then release.